Folks, this is Duncan Springer. He's a senior from Mayfield High School in Las Cruces. Duncan, have a seat. Duncan's delegation was selected to visit the real UN in New York City. Duncan, what can you tell us about that?
Oh, it was...
This is Marcy Ramirez. She's from Moriarty High. Please. She's captain of the debate team. What's your strategy going to be, Marcy?
I think it'll...
This is Franklin Pickett. He's from Manzano High. Please have a seat. Interested in
What they say is not important.
Well, Christy.
It's almost like the questions don't matter. They're gonna pick whoever has a better CV.
Raymond Chin, 6 votes. Duncan Springer, 6 votes. Marcy Ramirez, 5 votes. Franklin Pickett, Teodora Moon, Tristan Bolger, 3 votes each, and Christy Esposito, 1 vote. Well, looks like we have 3 scholarships to give and 3 frontrunners. So unless there's any disagreement, I think we can... Jimmy?
Christy Esposito, that was me. And for what it's worth, I think we should give her another look.
Esposito, that's the shoplifter.
I mean, her grades are good. I mean, not quite as good as some of the other kids, but they're good. And her recommendations are solid. And yeah, she's had some trouble, but she was new in town. She made some bad choices, and that was sophomore years. She's had 2 really strong years since then. And have you all read this? Her essay is, well, that experience is what got her interested in the law, and it's really good. It's
She's
really
in Southerner.
good. Maybe she brings something that the others don't. I think that deserves real consideration.
Give her the chance that he didn't
Jimmy,
have.
hell of an argument.
Christy, Miss Esposito, hold up. Hey, Jimmy McGill, we met inside.
Oh, hi.
Hi. You didn't get it.
Oh.
You were never gonna get it.
But listen, it doesn't matter. It doesn't, because you don't need them.
I mean, they're not gonna give it to you? So what? You're gonna take it. You're gonna go your own way. You're gonna do what they won't do. You're gonna be smart. You are gonna cut corners, and you are gonna win. Remember, the winner takes it all.
I've gotta go get my bus.
You understand what I'm trying to tell you, right?
Yes. I think I do.
All right. All right, go get her.
I understand what he said to her, but I'm not liking the way that he said it though.
It wasn't about her. It was about him. About what he wished he could have been told, I think, when he started all this. Because he was like her. He had, you know, expectations that they were gonna hire him, work with him, be okay with all he did before, and just move on. But
sometimes the backgrounds matter most than what you accomplish now.
And I mean, it's a sad truth, but it's true that if you make mistakes, there are people that will never see past that.
This is genuine.
Oh yeah, this is. It's so hard not to sympathize with him, you know?
My friend was here earlier. Bald fella, about so tall.
Yeah, did they find his brother-in-law? Is he okay?
No, we haven't found him yet. So I was wondering if there's maybe something that, you know, my friend missed.
I showed him everything I've got.
Show me what you showed him.
I can't. I'm sorry. You better just call the police.
Sure.
No, he's gonna force you to show
This is Fred. Okay, have a great day. Thank you.
Careful. He's not like Mike. What? That fast? I'd leave, like run.
What is he?
He's a ninja!
Oh my goodness! Lalo, you're something else! Oh,
Is he just unconscious? Tell me he's not dead. But I gotta say, he's good.
He went up that fast, really?
I'm gonna repeat what I said at the beginning. He's got the bronze.
He got blood. Yeah, he got blood.
He's got the bronze and he's got the brains.
Liebling, bist du schon gelandet?
Is this Werner?
Yes.
I'm calling on behalf of Gustavo Fring.
Is Mr. Fring very upset?
Oh.
What do you think? Please let him know the work will continue. Didn't Michael show him my letter? I explained everything. Kai will not...
I'm sorry, I didn't get that last part. Could you repeat that? Werner?
Woo! Don't,
Michael.
Don't.
Is that you?
Michael!
Shit.
I'm so sorry. Get dressed. Michael, I don't want to hear another damn word out of you.
He's trying to save your life, man.
Go.
And I'm still not sure you're gonna survive this, so...
Alright, I'll bring him in now.
No. Keep him there. Wait.
Oh. It's like, it's too much.
That'd be a mistake.
This discussion serves no purpose.
You don't
Wait
make
where you
mistakes around Gus. One does not simply survive a finale in Better Call Saul when you pissed off Gus.
I'll take care of it.
Are you sure?
Yes. I want to know what your end game was. What did you think was going to happen? I thought I would come back and my friend Michael would be very, very angry. But in time, he would understand and forgive.
He's not working for Mike, you're working for Gus!
That's the thing.
Oh, Michael, look. Please, I know. If Werner, nothing you can say or do will make anyone trust you again. Is there no other way, truly?
I tried.
There are so many stars visible in New Mexico. I will walk out there to get a better look.
This is nice, how they did this. Gus tries to never do anything out of emotion. It has to be because he has to do it. It's business. He didn't want to kill the main guy. He had to. Because, I mean, the rules were the rules and he didn't follow them.
He messed up with the stranger in the bar. He messed up when he ran away. And he messed up when he spoke on the phone with someone pretending to be one of the Gus guys.
Yeah, he's pissed off because his plans can't go forward now, but he had to do this, you know?
Yeah.
That's why Gus is such a great villain. As in, we can justify what he does, you know? We don't like it, but we can justify everything he does.
We've reviewed all the facts, the same facts as the hearing committee. We've evaluated their findings. All that's left is for us to hear your prepared statement. So, whenever you're ready.
Listen, my brother Chuck, you know him. He loved me in his own way. He loved me as a brother. He did not love me as a lawyer. Big only reason I became a lawyer was Chuck. He was the most brilliant man I ever knew. And all my life I wanted to make him proud. And he was not an easy man to make proud. So, for a guy like me, I did lousy in school, I lacked ambition, I always cut corners. I mean, for me to live up to the standards of Charles McGill, I mean, look at me. I'll never be as moral as him. I'll never be as smart. I'll never be as respected. I'll never be as good as Chuck. But I can try. I can try. If you decide and I get to be a lawyer, I'll do everything in my power to be worthy of the name McGill.
And he's gonna switch to Goodman. That's the thing.
And if you...
He got me third eyes and I don't even know if he's getting up on it.
I think that part of it was sincere enough.
I knew you could do it. I knew you had it in
so
you. I
great.
mean, yes, they have to reinstate you. Know, right?
Yeah,
They have
did
to.
you see those suckers? That one asshole was crying. He had actual tears. Jesus, Kim.
Oh.
Listen, I started reading the letter, and I just knew it wasn't. I could tell by their faces it wasn't going to be enough, right? So I just went off on this flow. You know, I had this energy going through me. It was like improv or jazz, and then boom, I sunk the hook in.
Oh my god. She won't like it. She won't like it.
I have this letter.
Mr. McGill, you're still here. There's some good news.
Just believe me, I already know.
Oh, good. Then if you want to come with me to the office, there's some paperwork for you to sign.
Absolutely. Let's do this thing. Oh, and sweetheart, I'm going to need one more form. DBA, because I'm not going to be practicing under the name McGill, so.
Shouldn't be a problem. Just down the hall, we have all the forms.
Great.
Wait, Jimmy, what?
It's all good, man.
Oh god.
I think maybe that would be one of the reasons why she's not with him anymore. Well, I think that she's not with him anymore.
What a brilliant ending to an episode. Gosh, that's so good.
It's all good.
It's all good, man. First of all,
so many
props to
things
the acting.
Oh.
Because Jesus, Bob, you got some power.
Oh gosh, it got me third eye, and he wasn't even sincere about it.
Last episode, was it last episode that he did his fake thing?
Yeah.
You mentioned in the discussion that, and we've said it several times in other reactions as well, that when you want to tell the good lie, you have to put some truth into it. I think this is exactly what he did here. It was a performance, but I feel like there was just enough truth to make it sincere enough.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, you fell for it. You believed it. And I it's not that I didn't fall for it. I didn't fall for it, but I heard some truths here. I think that everything he said about the past, about him wanting to make his brother proud, and about him never being able to be as good as Chuck, and Chuck, you know, how he described his brother. I think all of that was true. What he didn't say was how, after so many years of being Chuck's brother, he was fed up with it, he was done with it, and he was so tired of trying to win a losing cause that it destroyed his relationship. So now his reasons for doing this are not based on Chuck, or at least he's trying not to make it based on Chuck, because he's so done. But everything else, like everything about how it used to be, that was genuine. And for him to admit that, I think it took a lot out of him, but he's good at putting the emotions aside and pretending after. He likes to play the character. It's incredible. It's not incredible, but it's crazy to hear him say, I'm gonna do everything I can to make the McGill name proud and stuff. And right after that, he's gonna switch his name. The reason he changes his name is logical. It's because people know him as Saul Goodman. His future customers, they know him as Saul Goodman. It can't be Jimmy McGill. They're not gonna recognize the name. He made a persona for himself. He made a character for himself. So It's logical, but when you analyze the TV show, when you analyze the story, the writers didn't make that choice for nothing, you know?
There's the persona aspect of it, and there's the fact that he knows that he could never live up to the name of McGill.
Switch something. Jimmy McGill can
Jimmy
never be as good as Chuck.
Jimmy McGill will never be able to be to the level of his brother.
But he will
John
always
McGill.
live under his shadow, too.
True.
Whereas Saul Goodman is totally detached from Charles, from Chuck. Saul Goodman does stuff Jimmy's way, you know, Jimmy's true way, slipping Jimmy's way. And he has no, I mean, I feel like when he is Jimmy McGill, and I think we've said it before, but I'm going to repeat it because, God, I think that when he is Jimmy McGill, he always tries to become a better person, like, because he wants to separate himself from the Slippin' Jimmy persona. He doesn't want to be seen as this Slippin' Jimmy persona. But similarly to how, you know, when, for example, when we speak English, we're French, but when we speak English, it's almost like we're playing a character, almost. We're sort of detached. I've said it with a friend of mine before. When I write very emotional stuff, if I write it in French, it takes a lot out of me. When I was doing theater in school, and I had to read a text in French that I had written about my emotions and my feelings, I would start crying. Like, it takes a lot, but every time I switch to English, it's like I get detached emotionally. I think it's the same here. Whenever he's Saul Goodman, automatically, he's the same guy, but automatically, it's like he gets detached from his emotions. He gets detached from Chuck. He gets detached from how he sees himself. So if Saul Goodman does Slippin' Jimmy stuff, doesn't matter. But if Jimmy McGill does Slippin' Jimmy stuff, he keeps reminding himself that, Chuck.
Yeah. I found it interesting to see Kim so sad about the way that Jimmy acted at the end of it.
Kim is us.
Saying that was a great performance, that they were fools to believe him, and just right after he's gonna be a lawyer under the name of Saul Goodman. You could clearly see that she was destroyed by it.
She was like you, and when he read, she had teary eyes and stuff. She thought he was genuine, and he was finally facing his grief.
I don't know what will happen with her in later seasons, because we don't. She's not mentioned at all in Breaking Bad, not at all.
No.
So I think that maybe that will be the stepping point of her maybe going away from Jimmy.
It's hard to be with someone. I mean, we said it a few episodes ago, or last episode. I don't remember. It's possible that Jimmy doesn't feel anything for Chuck anymore, and he really wants to detach himself from it all, and it's okay for him. But Kim doesn't see it that way. And in Kim's opinion, it's hard to live with someone that puts on the mask every day, that doesn't want to face his emotions and just the stuff that happened in his life. And someone that keeps lying about being genuine and stuff. How can you trust a guy like this? And I mean, now it's almost like the only thing true about them is they both feel the thrill when they do schemes together. But they can't have normal discussions. He can't be true with her because she doesn't believe he's being true with her. If he says, I don't feel anything for Chuck, and he's saying, you know, he's being truthful, she won't believe it. But if he lies and says he trusts, he's facing his grief and everything, and she thinks he's saying the truth, then he's the one being like, I'm just pretending. So what's the goal here? Their relationship is based on faking masks and lies, and it's not gonna amount to anything good.
That is exhausting.
I know. Oh, but it was so good how they did this, though. Wow.
For Mr. Ziegler.
Oh gosh, we knew it was coming.
I'm just maybe saying crazy stuff, but I think I do believe that when you're living in the crime world, you cannot afford to do mistakes and hope that everything's gonna be fine after.
But that's the thing. Hearing him talk, it's almost like he never understood how big of a deal this whole thing was. Like, he knew that what he was doing was, you know, secret stuff. illegal stuff and everything. But he never guessed that the type of guy he was dealing with was the type of guy that, you know, if his business gets known, it's death. It's not just a mistake you can correct, it's death. So he expected Gus to understand, and he probably does. He probably does understand why he left and why he wanted to meet his wife. But a mistake in this world, you can't afford to do any. You can't afford it. Gus had, like, in Gus's mindset, he had no choice. And Mike was struggling with it a lot because he was friends with this guy, but it's a job. It's business.
I think I can understand a little bit more clearly now why he was so fed up with Jesse and Breaking Bad, though, because Jesse kept messing stuff up, basically, but he couldn't afford to get rid of him because he was Walter White's partner, and Walter White was the one who could do the most purest meth that he could find.
And you don't have a choice to work with people.
Yeah, I think I understand why he was so angry with Walter afterwards.
It's still sad. Every time someone so innocent and so nice dies because of something so human, it's really hard. Which is why I try to be, like, pragmatic when it comes to Gus.
It makes me wonder why they start doing stuff like this to begin with. If they're so...
But that's the thing. Maybe he doesn't understand.
Come on, building a secret lab under Earth with ventilation and stuff, you know that
I think
drugs or something.
The way this guy was talking about his dad, about his achievements and stuff, it was all construction for him. It was building a lab, but it wasn't about the lab, it was about the construction itself. It was about making a masterpiece, making a painting almost of something, but what he's painting doesn't matter. It's the journey to the painting that matters. In his case, it's, you know, construction, but it was the building process that he was interested in, and the challenge and the accomplishment, not what it would be used as after, you know? Which is why I guess that he understood, but then I saw him in this episode, and the way he was, you know, arguing with Mike, no, he did not understand how bad this was.
Mike said, "What did you think is gonna happen next? I thought that I will come back and my dear friend Mike will be very, very angry with me." Just right there. Maybe he understood that you're not working for Mike.
But maybe it's because how many months have they been there? Like 9 months, 10 months?
Yeah.
A year almost.
Almost a year.
And he never really met Gus. It was always Mike. It creates a rift. It creates like an illusion that Mike is the one in control. And he was good friends with Mike. He was totally disillusioned. He didn't know what he was getting himself into, which is why it makes it really sad. But then I switched to Gus and
Be detached. He had to be done.
But that's the thing.
It had to be done. That's the thing.
That's why I think that Gus is a good villain, because I feel like a good villain could also be, you know, driven by his emotions. But Gus... I saw someone in the comments one day, I don't remember on which video, but the person was asking, why does everyone love Gus? He does such terrible things. I agree. It's not because a guy is bad in a TV show that you can't appreciate the villain. But I feel like why people tend to like Gus is because we can always find a reason for what he's doing.
He doesn't do it because he wanted to. He does it because he has to.
Like, look at Hector.
That's one.
Look at Hector. He's wanted this guy dead for years, yet he never, like, lashed out at him. It was all about destroying the man in a very pragmatic way, you know, becoming bigger than him, taking control of the cartel, you know, being the one in power, because that's the way to destroy Hector. Not by killing him, but by making him feel like vulnerable and just like shit under his boot, literally, which is something he did. So I mean but like when he killed, what's the name, Victor?
Yeah.
When he killed Victor, at first we're like, holy shit, what the hell did he just do? Like, that was lashing out. But then no, it wasn't lashing out, because you think about it, he was trying to take control. He was trying to do something he wasn't meant to do. He was trying to to cook instead of the actual cook. He's been seen too at Gail's murder scene. He has been seen, so his face is known. So now he's a liability. There's always a reason.
It seemed lashing out, but it wasn't.
Exactly.
Deep down, it was anyway. When you think about it,
do we agree? No, but can we understand? Yeah.
And that's the thing. People said, and I totally agree with them, that to make a great villain, you need to be able to understand them, understand why they are doing what they're doing.
And Gus is like the definition.
You cannot create a villain and make him do bad stuff and crazy stuff just for the heck of it.
Because I'm evil.
Yeah, of course, but that would be a good villain. Nice, he's the bad guy, but not a great villain. Someone that you really want to destroy by the end.
Or it's going to turn into a parody of a villain.
Yeah.
Like Dr. Terror. Doing stuff because you're evil is good for comedies. It's not good for a drama show or a movie, But anyway.
Yeah, people are always driven by something emotionally and mindedly. Always by something. Always.
That was so good. And the whole thing with Lalo too. Lalo is like a good obstacle.
Ninja.
Yeah. He was so fast getting up that. And he made no sound too.
Now you see him. No you don't.
But I feel like it's interesting because he can go up against Mike. Maybe not beat him, but he was
Technically, he beat him. He reached Ziegler first.
Yeah, but the only reason he reached him first was because he said, be on the phone. He wanted to be on the phone with him, but Mike could have been on the phone with him, and he said, no, I don't want to talk to him. I'm going to show up. So that's the only reason, but I feel like him genuinely following the same track as Mike, doing technically the same thing, and I mean, he lashes out a little bit more. Like, Mike is more in control all the time because he detaches himself from it.
With just the way that he went through behind the car to just follow Mike.
Yeah, that's
a little bit late, but still.
There's the Salamanca, But he's got people. He's interesting because he's got the people skills like Jimmy does. He's got the brains and the bronze like Mike does. Maybe not to the same extent, but he's damn close. But also he's funny like Tuco.
True. And he got the crazy stunts like the twins.
Yeah, he's a mix of a lot of great characters.
You know what? I wouldn't be surprised if one of the twins just went up and down and just killed the guy. That's just pure Salamanca way.
The twins would not have. I think the twins, they're henchmen. They would not have followed Mike like this. They don't want to wait for backup. They don't want to wait for clues. They just show up.
That's not what I meant. What I meant is like when they want to do something, they're gonna do like crazy shit to do it. Like when they took down one of the cartels, because they thought it was them. They just went like with 2 bags full of guns and they just killed everybody in sight.
If their
they survived.
If their goal was to see the camera footage, they would just shoot the guy and take the camera footage. Lalo took the time to at least try to play it like Mike did. So that's why I'm saying, like, he's got the bronze, but he's also got the brains.
Yeah, if one way doesn't work, just try another.
It's nice. I feel like we don't understand.
I can see why guy like him. I can start to see it.
We're starting to see why you guys like the guy so much. Okay.
Just with this note, I'm start to like him a bit because I want to know what he's gonna do next.
Ninja Lalo, damn it. Okay, so that was a great finale. We're starting season 5 now.
Yep.
We're almost caught up.
You guys with season 6.
Okay, so thank you guys so much for watching this with us. If you want to see the first episode of season 5 right away, it's already on Patreon. The link is in the description.
So don't forget to subscribe if you want to watch it now, guys. And if not, wait for the next one to be out on YouTube.
Yes.
So we'll see you soon.
Bye.
Bye, guys.